Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a great summer and your children and family and loved ones are all doing well, happy, safe and sound, and of course, healthy. Today is August 9th, and I thought I'll just check in with you to share some of the latest updates and the planning items we're working on in order to have a successful school year. There will be more information coming out throughout the next few weeks, and I thought it would be a good time to rekindle our conversations and our communications now that we're starting to plan for the opening in September. So today's agenda, I promise to be brief. I want to talk to you a little bit about the school hours for next year, as well as the first day of school, some of the thinking on that as well. And of course, the morning care and aftercare programs. I'd like to update you on where we are with that protocol and the programs. And of course, where we are with student registers and class assignments. And a little bit about our website and the updates we're making accordingly. So I'd like to jump into school hours for next year. I know many households are starting to plan. And so just for planning purposes, please understand that the current arrival time in the morning for students will be 8:15 a.m. and dismissal is scheduled for 2:35. That's a slight different protocol than what we did last year due to the COVID protocols and remote learning and in-person learning and blended and whatnot. But right now, the approved protocol and practice for arrival dismissal is 8:15 and 2:35. Arrivals will most likely include traditional temperature checks and health screenings. And of course, students will be required to wear masks. We didn't receive any information that's making us think we're going back to original practices. Traditional practices, I should say. But we didn't hear anything, so I just want you to start planning with that mindset in mind. And we're also looking to reestablish Stop, Drop, and Go on Genesee Avenue. We learned last year that as challenges were thrown our way, we were able to do a lot of great things because of our partnership with our families, our students, and our staff. Of course, I think if we put our minds to it, we'll be able to reestablish Stop, Drop, and Go. And that really helps us all with traffic and safety during the morning arrivals. So I'd like to start planning for that. The first day of school is scheduled for September 13th for all students. And the mayor's office and City Hall and the chancellor's office have been announcing that all learning next year will be in person. It will not include remote. And full day for kindergarten students will take place the very first day and moving forward. Traditionally, years back, students in K had half days in the beginning, but full day for K as well. And our pre-K students will have a modified schedule in the very beginning of the year, and we will message out accordingly all the necessary information and the schedules to our pre-K families. Our self-sustaining programs for morning care and aftercare programs, as many families are planning to go back to work themselves in brick and mortar. I know there's a reliance on the school, and I'm happy to continue offering those services. So I've been in contact with the Department of Education, and they said that the extended school use, the protocols that we use for morning and aftercare, that's considered an extended day of the school day. And so they've been approving those plans. So we're waiting for the guidance from the New York City Department of Education regarding the health protocols and how we are able to hold these and host these programs. So please understand that we're in the beginning phases. As we wait, we're also looking to assess how many families will rely on these programs, the morning program and the afternoon program. And so please expect a parent survey to be going out later this week. We'll be sending it out probably Thursday, if not maybe even Friday. We're designing a survey right now just to gauge how many families would be interested in using these programs. And that helps us with hiring and also planning for the health protocols. Again, we're not sure of the social distancing and the capacity requirements, but we want to start planning for that. Once we have all the facts, applications will be sent out and, of course, more information. So our current planning for students regarding class assignments, traditionally, usually the third week or so in August, we start informing families as to their class assignment, what students will be with what teachers and what class code and whatnot. Right now, we're waiting to hold off on that until we have all the facts regarding in-person learning. So we're anticipating around 1,000 students coming in next year. That's including our pre-K students up to grade 5. And all students, like I mentioned before, will be in person. However, because we're waiting for the social distancing guidelines, 3 foot, 6 foot policy. 6 foot is when students are eating, they have to remove their mask. But when they're in the classroom, sitting at 3 feet apart, well, how do we manage to fit all our students in, especially when we have classroom environments that hold approximately 22 students? So we are considered what's called a tier 2 school. There's about 70 schools in New York City, and we're one of them, whereas the number of students and the square footage becomes a real difficult challenge, mathematical challenge. So the CDC is stating that when possible, where possible, look to keep students 3 feet apart. So the DOE right now is working with all 70 schools, including the rest of the schools in New York City, exactly what it would look like for the September opening. So once we have all that information, of course, we'll be sending out those class assignments, but thank you for your patience and working with us. And as we get this information, we'll be sending it home accordingly. And most importantly, everyone's questions and wonderings and inquiries are important. Sometimes you really want to get an answer right away, or you just have a question. So utilize the school website under news and announcements, and we have our virtual general office, and we'll get back to you. And as I opened in the beginning, I promise to be sending out communications, if not weekly, but as information comes in, just to keep you all part of the process and in tune with what's going on. Until then, again, stay safe and healthy, in regards to your kids, and I can't wait to see you all in September. Talk soon.